Okay. So today topic will be custom wardrobe. So before we jump to the custom wardrobe, there's a questions actually from our users from Singapore. So I'm going to show you guys. So his or her questions is like how to create multiple windows on high wall. So this is also a thing that I'm trying to giving a tutorial on YouTube. So maybe I just give a demo over here. So I'm going to create a new project with the interior design, which is a create new projects. Okay. So for example, the first questions will be regarding how to make a high ceiling, right? So high ceiling, basically you need to change the room height. So you can click the outside box of the floor plan. So here you can see like room height, right? So for example, one level will be 3,000 or 3 meters. So for example, there will be a slab between it. So for example, two highs, uh like two floor will be like 6,000, right? So we're going, for example, the slab will be 6,000. Sorry, 6,500. 500 will be the flat slab. Sorry. So, for example, you already have this kind of situations of the design. So, to create like the window will be like between. So, for example, like I'm using like floor to ceiling kind of window. So I'm just put here, right? So I'm going to make 500. So this will be the maximum, I think, of 5,000. Let me change first. So for example, like this, the room will be 5 meter width. So I'm going to use like this window floor to ceiling, change the width to 5 meter, for examples. And then the height will be 3,000, which is 3,000 actually will be the first level, right? So it will be look like this, right? And then to make the other window, you just need to copy and paste. Sorry. Copy. Wait a second. Using 3D, actually it can. Let me try to change first. $500 will be 5 meters. 0. This one, and then the low bidder will be 5,000. 0. So this is the way to make like two window in the same wall. So yeah. So after that, we're going to jump right into the custom wardrobe. I'm going to delete all the walls first. Okay. So for the custom wardrobe, you can go to advanced tools over here. And then there's closets. So using the closet features. So here, basically, I usually use the white column catalog, which is for me is much more easier. It depends on you guys. So the So this will be showing like easily like system space or space system such as what you want to make, like for a sliding door, or maybe like walking closet, which is they have the letter L or something. You already know what's exactly the size, and then you can adjust it. But if the question will be like, how can I create like from basic kind of thing? So for example, I just use like for hinge door, for example, we're going to search for like space unit. Let me check first. Open cabinet, maybe, or this one, maybe for example, like single row cabinets, or maybe multi-row cabinets, like this one. So it will be depends on your style. So first, I will be giving introductions about the logic. So for example, this is like 4 multi-row bottom cabinets, left, right cuts. There's more details here, so just choose any kind that you want. For example, like this one, right? And then here, you can adjust everything. So once you click the cabinets, you can adjust the interval number of the sections. For example, this is 5 sections. So if you want to choose like change to 1, there will be no like separator between, right? So there's no panel. So you can decide it to make it like 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 or maybe even 5. So it will be depends on you. Okay. And then you can also adjust like equally or not. What equally means, like for example, I want to make this one to 700, the first width, so it will be changed over here, which is it will be changed the size also, and then the rest of the interval will be equal. So for example, I'm changing this one into like 1 meters, and then the rest will be also interval will be equal. Okay, so just let it be like normal one. So we're gonna change the width of the cabinet. So it, because I think 2 meters is okay, and then the depth of the cabinet we change to, for example, 600. And then this is cabinet height, for example, 2 meters 600. No, 2 meter 400, for example, a very tall one. Okay. So the next thing, the thing that you need to understand is about this section switch mode, which is you can select cabinet or you can select part. For example, if you click select cabinet, when you click this part, so it will be auto select like the whole cabinet over here. And then if you change this one into the select part, it will be select on each part. For example, you just want to select this panel, so you just click this panel. This panel, you can select this panel. This panel on the top panel, you can select the top panel. So it depends. But usually users, or maybe I as a Coohom users, will use select cabinet. So if you click one time and then you double click like this one, double click, it will be also like selecting the part. So there's also a way to choose the part if you even select the cabinet. But if you select the part, then you want to select the whole cabinet, it cannot. Okay. So other than that, you also can create, like for example, the interval I want to change into 1, which is there are no panel like between. And then if you want to add your own panel, right, you also can add it. So you can click here like part and then show more all. And then here there's a lot of things like center vertical panel if you want to choose, like if you want to make in the middle line or something. So you can also adjust like custom. And then you can adjust everything. Like for example, the gap will be 500. 500, and then also here you can select like the depth, for example, the width, for example, 25, it will be automatically also changed. Okay, so it will be depends on you. For example, I want to create like this panel over here will be very, because this is 2 meters, right? So here select double click, for example, this one is 500, and then I click here, so there will be a difference over here. And then we also can change the levitations. For example, you change to 0, it will be like here you can see the gap. So it will be depends. or on what kind of design you want to create. Like for example, 82, so it will be going up. And then here you can also like front insert, like for example, the insert. Let me change the camera a little bit. Sorry. Like this one. I double click on the panel and then I change the front insert, for example, 100. So it will be going back 100 or maybe 10 centimeters. So it will be depend. For example, I'm choosing this one. Okay. And then here I also can add more kind of thing like fixed shelf. For example, in the middle, one in the middle, and then another one here. And then I can add more like common drawers over here. So let me delete this one first. And then I make another fixed shelf. For example, 200 or 20 centimeters. And then I add drawers over here. And then you can adjust everything. For example, you want to change this is into 0. And then this is also into 0. Like this one. And then you want to add another one over here, or maybe it doesn't need the lower part. So another one over here, for example, like this one. Okay. You also can adjust also the insets, right? For this 100, so it will be going back 100. For example, this time is 50, and then this one also I want to change the inset to like 50, and then this panel also like 50. For example, like this one. Okay. And then you can also select any kind of things. For example, panel, doors, and everything, right? So you can select based on your liking. So other than that, you can also product catalogs. You can also like unit cabinet. So let me double check. Desk cabinet, no. Space system. Oh, racks. I mean, I just want to let you know about racks. So for example, this rack, right? There's a T shape. You can also adjust like this one, for example, or maybe lower part like this one. And then you can also adjust this one like in the middle or not. Like for example, 200, I think because it's 250. So like in the middle, you can also adjust into like 250. Or it's not in the middle. Yeah, basically it will be like that. And then you can adjust the inset also. Like you can select the whole part and then you can select the inset number. So let me check where's the inset number. Inset. This one. This one I changed to what number? Let me double check. 50. So you can change the depth for 520. And this one also 520. For example, like this one. Right. And then another things you can add like maybe accessories or maybe like drawers, something like that. Light strip, maybe if you want to create like light strip. So light strip actually will be depends on your design style. It will be like, do you need it like as the custom build or you just for the rendering? For if you using like just for the rendering, I mean like rendering means like you can adjust on the custom lighting or maybe the real-time renderings light, so it will be adjustable easily for you. And then decorations like bridge, and then accessories, functional, closed road, for example like this one. I'm gonna add like this over here, for example. And then this one over here also, for example, the same. Okay. And then, for example, you want to make another panel. For example, the panel will be the same size. You can adjust like this one. But once you copy, you need to double check because the insert will be different. So you can change the insert to 100 because this one we're gonna use like sliding doors. Okay, for example, like this one, and then more racks, or maybe accessory like drawers. Make it 0. Add drawers over here. You can also adjust the insert, or like for example 100 over here, like this one, and then another one over here also. Change the everything, so everything will be these depends on the parameter, so make sure you focus and also like know everything on the details, right? And then the next questions will be like, how about the doors? So how the doors will be in the end, so we're gonna to create everything like all the details first before we jump right in. So for example, this drawer, right? So if you want to change the handle, I think if you join the last sessions, we talk about kitchen and cabinet, right? Kitchen cabinet, like kitchen sets. So I think all of you already know about the how to change the drawers handle. So for example, here you can change like handle in B, and then you can change the handle here, and then select any type of handle. So if you doesn't need a handle, just click delete it. Okay. For example, I just click delete it because I feels like more minimalist, doesn't have the handle, is much more look better. So it will be depends on you. Okay. Okay, and in Coohom, in the kitchens and also custom cabinets and also like wardrobe, there's also like shortcut, so you can see all the racks or the doors will be open. So in this case, you can select command 0, command O, or in Windows will be control 0. So it will be opening everything. Okay. So I think in this case, the doors is not the door style is not the what we want. So I'm going to check it first. Because usually it will be should be doesn't move. Okay, no worry. We can continue first. And also, also a reminder. So we also have this kind of features. So here, if you click this one, the drawers, and then you over here, there's a pop-up things filled with drawers. You can fill everything here with drawers. For example, number of drawers will be 4 or maybe 6. For example, just click OK. So everything will be filled with the drawers. Okay, and also the insert will be following the last design you made. Okay. The next thing will be the materials. So this is the select part or switch mode will be more efficient. So if I use select materials here, we can go to the style, and then we can change like the body materials here. For example, I'm going to change the material. You can over here select what kind of materials you want, like metal or something like that. For example, just choose this one. I think it's much more easier to look, and everything will be changed. So you doesn't need to change one by one. But if you select like part, so it will be changed the material that the part that you select only. Okay. So we're gonna create the sliding door now. So to create the sliding door, you can click over here. So make sure you click the cabinet first, or sorry, the wardrobe first, and then here you can select sliding doors. Okay. So once you're okay, you just need to adjust. For example, the sliding will be this one. So this will be not a sliding door. This also not will be a sliding door. So we need to adjust this one first. Okay. Numbers of sliding door will be 2. So it will be like opening to both sides. And then top track style. Actually, we only have like one. So later we can adjust like top bottom rail, for example, like this one. And then also the sliding doors. So what the models of the sliding doors that you want. So I'm going to choose like the most minimalist design. You can also like select over here. We have everything here. For example, like this one. And then alternating symmetrical, you can change everything, the doors backward and generate. It will be generate automatically. And then you click finish, and then you can use it like how it will be open. But if you, let me try, click the sliding doors. Open, like for example, like this one. So it already show good. Okay. Now the next thing, you can also use amp, like the material brush, copy the material and also to change the material on the top. Also the style here, like the top track material, you can change also the same material here, and also the bottom one. And then the materials of the doors you can also change. For example, you want to change the sliding doors inner color. Like for example, like you want to change into like something glass, maybe gray glass, like this one. So it will be looks like transparent, or maybe plan back this one. Film coated powder. Yeah, we have several options. Maybe I choose the gray glass first. Okay, for example, like this one. And then you can also adjust here. So I'm going to focus on these sections now. So you can use this one zoom. Select this one, change the parameter to 570. And then we can add another public catalogs over here, like doors. Maybe like don't show all, maybe like the normal one. This one, just click over here, click copy, and then you can adjust into the end over here. So it's quite customable, right? And then the if you select the doors, you can change the style of the doors. Also like the door materials, everything possible here. And then you can copy, paste to the upper side. So voila, we're done with the first wardrobe we made. So the logic will be like that one. Okay. So we have also an AI, which is usually will be much more helpful if you are using like this one for design all the inside. So you can click here, and then here there's a AI template. You can use custom smart decor, and then here you can choose what kind of like 3D model or something like decoration you need to add. Like for example, I'm choosing the closet, so it will be apply. So once you see later, everything will be have a 3D model inside. So you just click finish. So there will be a like on the railing and also inside. So if I open it, will be you can see everything inside, right? Basically, it will be like that. Wait a second. Okay. So everything Other than that, actually, it's very similar. So you doesn't need to worry how to you. For example, you want to create like U shape or maybe uh, walk-in closet. Actually, if you go to our YouTube channel, we also have more details about like more the advanced kind of things. So you can go to our YouTube. So let me show you guys our YouTube channels. You go to playlist, and then here full playlist. Actually, we have on episode 5 here. So in episode 4, move forward. We are focusing on creating like this kind of U shape. So I will be not repeating that again, but it will be the logic will be very similar. So you doesn't need to worry about it. Okay. So now we continue on the custom wardrobe now. Okay. So in this case, for example, I'm going to move these sections, 3D rotate, move it here. Like in the end, now we are trying to do design. So before I continue, maybe here, do you have any questions? Yes, so let me know, guys. Okay, no questions. So we are going to continue to design. So I'm going to use like open session. So just let me know if you have any questions. So basically for the wardrobe will be everything will be very, very, very similar. So you doesn't need to worry. So basically if you go here, like the closet, kitchen bed, both of these two things actually very similar. Okay, so the logic very, very similar. Now I will continue. So we're going to make this kind of room. Actually, one of the users made one, so we're gonna recreate it also, like this one. Okay. So first, if it doesn't need to like follow everything, wait a second. Can also like some selections. Oh yeah. By the way, before we jump into the design, so we're going to use the drawing first. So if you're using Alert account, right? So you go open construction drawing. So I'm going to open the construction drawing. Okay, like this one. We're going to see elevations. Like for example, you want to create like only for the furniture. So elevation, you can use this one. Go to the end. Like these sections. Right. And then you can view the elevations. So basically, it will be creating the elevation for all everything. So once, for example, you adjust and then you cut inside the cabinet, for example, like this one, and you view the elevation, it will also giving all the view for the inside, right? And then here you can also set a dimensions. So usually I will be like know already the size and everything. So for example, like this one. For example, first I'm going to make I'm going to delete this one first. A new dimension, linear, over here to here, and then you can select over here. Change the font, for example, to 10, the color to black, And also the color, this color into dim color to black. So for example, like this one. And then you can add more details such as inside from this to here. This at here, and then also the between here, and then here to here will be the same. Here to here, you can make everything so very detailed, right? Because if we're using the custom, so you doesn't need to worry like, oh, and then the rest will be like here to here. Okay. And then also similar with the vertical one. So if you need like more details like linear, you want to create this one to this level, and then you want to make this level to this level, and then also the bottom level to the top level. This one, right? So everything could be possible here. And then here also, like if you need like this to here, just everything here, like here to here also, here to this one, and this one to this one, this to this one. So it will be very, very easy. Okay. And then we just created already one drawing for the cabinets. Now, if you go to the elevation index, so if you select this one and then you adjust it, for example, to here, for example, like this one, and then you view elevations, it also can give you the drawings inside from the side, like this one. And then you can adjust the elevations and then cut in the middle, for example, like this one. It will also giving you all the preview inside this one. So you can create multiple. Okay. Now we're going back. We're going to recreate this design. So the user asked me how to do that. Actually, we already did the wall already, and then we need to add more decorations. Maybe first we can design this floor first. I don't know exact measurement of this design, so I just made by my own feelings. So before we crash our design, I'm going to make another wall over here and then move this one. Here, just delete this one. Okay, so we're gonna focus on this section first. Okay, so now first thing first will be the floor. We go into the floor editor. Okay, so because I didn't know exactly this size, so I just measure, for example, normally wait. So okay, so normally I'm going to create another sections over here first. For example, this one, because I'm using the floor editors, it will be much more easier because it focus on the floor. So for example, it will be like 1.2 meters. Sorry, 1.2 meters. This one, okay. And then we see this one. There's another stairs, like steps. So you can over here you can add some area also. Like for example, the width will be like 350 and 1.2 meters also. This one. And then you can change the extraction. For example, this extraction, there are no extraction here. Here the extraction will be 220 centimeters, and then the next step will be like 400. Okay. So once we're done, actually we already have a step over here, right? So we need to create like easily from floor editor, doesn't need to from the custom model. So and then we can change the material. For example, I'm changing and following the colors like oh, it's using like wood kind of things. So I just use my own feelings. Now let me try to find like for example like marble. For example like this one, and then here you can click and then you can actually if based on the design actually there will be a lighting I think so these sections you can add intended lamp light, right? And then these sections you can also add another intended lamp light. So this one and then this one over here. So if you can see in the 3D we already create like intended lamp directly over here. And you can copy this material to this one. And then the intended, for example, you can change into like five. Oh no, this is the light. So for example, like 10, 10, but the sections added, you can change it into like 50. And then this one into 100 is fine, I think. No, 70. And then this section is 150, 160, 150. Okay, like this one. Done. And then you can click copy to this one also. It will be also followed, right? And then the elevations you can change, for example, the colors into like this color, just for example. Then make this as a fabric, make sure marble, and then add elevations, add also the same materials over here. For example, here also like add elevations, add this material over here. And you go back, you can see the design first. Is it like suitable or not? Oh, we missed this elevation gap. So we need to add another color over there later. So you can click again, floor editor. Here you can copy, just not copy because it's only one. Elevations, you can select the same materials and then click down and then you exit. So we're gonna select room, only focus on this room. Okay, this one, there's another selections. Oh, it's a blank. Let me check while. So I need to double check. Oh, okay. So what we can do was going. It's fine. No worry, we can double check it later about that. Now we choose the material for the floor now. For example, like concrete. For example, this one. Okay. And then you can add another 3D models. We can continue in 3D models, go construction, go stairs. We can select the styles, like modern style. And then here you can change the width to the same width. Go to 2D is more easier. Like over here, like 2D, right? Okay. Now everything will be decorations, like maybe a sofa and everything. Maybe I'm choosing like model sets, which is sofa sets will be much more easier. If we see on the design, there's a curtain and then there's a balcony and then AC decoration, racks, everything, TV and table decoration. So we're going to add that kind of things before we render. Appliance, TV, appliance, TV. I'm looking for the one that not mounted. So it will be can be standing TV. $400. Scale the rotations to 20. About the TV over here. And you can search for curtain. Make sure go into front first. Usually using this one, curtain. Or maybe you can go to decorations, home decors, a window covering. Because we need the one that long, like all curtain, right? I don't know we have like that's kind of whole content or not. We try to find. Use mirror here because I'm using like performance first, so the 3D model is not that maximum to view, but we already add the curtain, and then we try to change the material for the wall now. So we go to the wall material here, just click the wall material over here, and then we can change like wall panel maybe. Because I will be choosing like wall panel much more easier, and also details and rendering will be much more better. Select over here, select this one, like a wall panel, and close, which is we're going to focus on one sections only, this one. Make sure. And now we go into 2D and then go to ceilings. And we go to lighting, chandeliers, and then we go into starts like very all one. And also chandelier is the thing that we need to set up in the real-time render when we want to render. So make sure you choose like the perfect one, which is will be like more suitable for your design. So I am in this kind of, let me check. This kind of everything is okay. We can adjust also like the scale. At the scale, like the height will be like 3 meters. Then erase the scale going down like 6 meters, like 4 meters. No, 3 meters. Scale 3.3. That's better. Okay. Now we're going to set up for the balcony. So for the balcony, I'm going to use like another rooms over here, right? And then set up like maybe 1.5 meters. And then change this one into a balcony. And then once you click it, and then go without ceilings, and then change the height. For example, like you want to set up the first like foundation first, like 5, maybe like 250. And then this one is also 250. This one also 250. Because we are not using the Coohom architects, we cannot like auto generate it. Right? So we need to create like one manually. Okay. So for example, here we already have it. Now we're going to create, using this one exterior wall, which is much more easier for us. Okay. Now we select, click here, floor editor, we can change the material for the floor. For example, we want, oh, let me try to choose like the brand. Here, floor editors. Oh, there's no brand here. Wait. Go to models and then go brands, decorations, materials, for example, like wood. This is like a wood veneer. Click it. Then here, go to floor editors, and then you can change the paving, right? For example, like this one, maybe this one, and then click save. And then go to finish. You're going to search like black granite. Copy. Okay. And then once done, we're going to create like 3D models, like construction, like bench. Railing, like maybe we're going to just like one by one railing, modern railing. Go to 2D first, much more easier. Then change, for example, to width will be 1.5. Go to 2D, make sure we can change also the width first. 1.6. Zero, copy. Sorry. Pick this one, copy it to another sections. Rotate, which is this one because we are using interior, right? So it's much more hard to change it. Here, zero, copy, duplicate. Eight. 0. And then this one. So once you already have this kind of railings, so you need to make it 250 because the wall we change is 250, right? It's the height, so you 250 is also 250. So now we're going to renders from inside. Okay, like this. We're going to use real time. I'm choosing quality first. Go to renders. Usually I will be like, go to 2D first, set up for the camera. Like for example, in this case, with this kind of camera clipping, maybe we're going to create like these styles. A bit wide, a bit low. Maybe like this one. Let me try to adjust first. We're going to save this angle and then we're going to real-time rendering. I'm using the daytime. Just click confirm. So we're going to have the 3D preview actually for the real-time renders. We're waiting for the preview. So in real time, we're going to focus on the lighting itself first before others. Okay. So we have the 2D. We can change the sunlight, their sun directions to these sections. We wait for a while. I think my internet is quite bad now. It's okay. Now we're going to click all the lighting here, replace materials. If you want to replace to luminous or something, you can click here. Okay. So we go back. I think everything enough. I didn't want to change a lot. Yes, I just usually, even I didn't like edit any kind of things. I usually use the real time, which is much more like professional. This angle, I'm going to create like 4K. Oh, it's overlapping with the camera and the wall. We go in front a little bit. And renders, 2K renders, 4K renders. We set another angle, like this angle maybe, the clipping. So we wait. So there's another question. After importing the floor plan, how can I keep the exist template such as the floor tiles unchanged? What case? You mean the paving? I think the who asking is already left. After importing floor plan, how to change the template such as the floor tiles. For floor plan, right? So if you're using DWG, we are not creating the floor tiles. We're only focusing on the wall and the structures. For example, like windows, doors, and everything. Oh, this 2D already done. So this is the 2D renders. We're waiting for the 4K. 65%. Is there any more other questions? Usually for renders, if you're feeling like it's not running or something, usually I just go refresh. After refresh, usually it will be done. But not usually, but sometimes. It's much more faster sometimes. Yeah, it's already done, right? So click gallery. It's done. So this is the 4K for the normal one. And then exit. And then this one is 4K for the portrait. If you want to change like everything, like the luminous, the effect of the lighting and everything, you can do it in real time. We also have another episode for real time. You can check on YouTube. Also, there's another video tutorials on YouTube a lot explaining about real time. So you doesn't need to worry. In Coohom Pro, I'm unable to use 4K render quality. Is it? You cannot? You cannot click this one? Always 2K? Hi Benjamin, can you send me your emails through WhatsApp? Can you send me your email through WhatsApp? I'm going to check with the support team. Pro must be you can use 4K actually, so there's maybe a bug. Send me a private chat on WhatsApp. I think you know my numbers, right? You can see an admin Calvin like Singaporean numbers +65. Okay. So I'm going to download everything, the renders result. Download this one. Download this one. Oh, about the I just because our main topic actually is about the wardrobe, right? So I'm going to put here first. Yes, for a moment. Because we need to renders also. For example, I just want to know the quality. Render, and then go over here. Select camera over here, and then clipping. Generate 4K. Okay, we wait. Hi, whenever we are waiting for render again, can you please remember how to get the double head when the floor separate floors? Sure. So it will be depends. So if your project will be like one floor, but the ceilings is different, I suggest that you can create like this one. So this actually is not double floor; it's only one floor. But I changed the room. So if you go to 2D, right, and then you click outside the projects here, you can change the room height per floor. Okay. So the other questions will be, for example, you just want to create like room that the I just create a new project. I think it must be more easier. Create new projects while we're waiting for the render, right? Okay, so in this case, for example, the room height is I made 3 meters, right? And then I deleted first these sections, and then these sections. I mean the wall, the window, and also the doors. And then I just create. As I haven't shared the screen, sorry. This one. So I already changed this floor into 3 meters, and then I create a new upper floor, the same structures. This is another way. And then in the upper floor, you can use like floor opening. For example, times 4 meters. Click finish. And then you go to 3D, and then you go to 2D, show all floors. Okay, like this. And then if you go see, it will be see-through. And then you can add the window. Like window, floor to ceiling window, it will depends. For example. And if you wanna change another one, like you need to go to the first floor. This is another way. Where is it? Okay. So it will be look like this one. Okay. The first way, I will send a recording later because I already record these sections. Okay, so this is our renders. It's quite good. Actually, you can add your own lighting and everything into the download also. Okay. So it's been like more than 1 hour, almost 70 minutes now. So if you have any more questions related to wardrobes and also the rendering, like what we did, like creating this ceiling, like high ceiling and everything, this meeting already recorded, and then I will quite edit a little bit, and then I will upload to our YouTube channel. So don't forget to go to our YouTube channel, Coohom. This is for the global. Okay. And then our Instagram. For Malaysia user, you can follow our Coohom Malaysia. This is our Coohom Malaysia. We sometimes publish like promotions, live sessions, details, and then what promotions running. And then we have Coohom Indonesia. We have a quite big numbers of followers in Coohom Indonesia. We do like a lot of collaborations and also, sorry, this one. This is Coohom Indonesia. We post like our rendering result, like this one, video renders, and then collaboration with in Malaysia. Also, this is Malaysia KOL influencers, and then rendering again. How to create these kind of things. There's also in the video, and then renderings, video renderings, pictures, right? Don't forget. And for the global users, like from India or maybe Singapore, currently we doesn't have. You can follow our Coohom Global account. This one is Coohom Global account.